Guys, it's Daryl. It's Monday. It's 6 o'clock. As you can see, this is an impromptu video. I'm so irritated. As I'm working out, I have other things playing in the background. I've got something in the other room over here, and I'm listening to and reading different things as I'm working out. Some people call it attention deficit disorder, or I call it multitasking. But anyway, I'm very angry. Some of the governors have been getting death threats. I'm not going to list the 4, 5, 6 different Democrat governors getting death threats. So yesterday, Donald Trump is asked point blank by a reporter, of course, do you take any responsibility with your calls to liberate that there are now death threats against the governors? And Trump goes, no. Then he starts into one of his rambling speeches where he goes, cabin fever? Have you ever heard of cabin fever? Well, these people are got cabin fever. They want their lives back. Their lives were taken away from them. And I just listened to the way this man talks. And it's so similar to the same. It's the same with the people out there that are advocating a rush back to get to ignoring any advice or whatever and just getting right back to work. They sound like a petulant child. They sound like, you know what? It reminds me a lot of the 13-year-old that's been locked in the house after a couple of days of rains, that's stamping around saying that he's bored. That's what it reminds me of. Right now, the most patriotic thing, what's the most patriotic thing? The most patriotic thing is to care about your country. And caring about your country right now is doing what's been prescribed, still keeping distance for now. We're talking about 14 days, right? We all agreed on that. Well, we didn't all agree on that, but that's what Trump himself has actually come out with, 14 days after May 1st. And now, as I just said in my last video, already he's putting out mixed messages. What he just said, morning news, Monday morning, he says, these people want to get out. They're angry. They got cabin fever. Their lives have been taken from them. He's advocating people getting out right now. Then he goes on to say, this is unbelievable. Like I said, the reporter asks about specific death threats to a group of governors from Trump's far right-wing supporters. Trump says, these are all very great people. Again with the very great people. You'll see yourself. I'm sure there's going to be more news clips on today. Very great people. He's talking about the armed people sending death threats to the governors. They're great people. They have cabin fever. They got to get out. And this is the exact opposite of patriotism. Patriotism is doing what's right. There's plenty people can do from home to work to get the economy going. I'm doing it here. There's plenty of things people can do at home. This is just about, it's about white privilege. It's about American privilege again. People clamoring about their rights. We got the rights. You see a guy getting pulled over, all hammered, drunk, just mowed down a couple mailboxes, and he's yelling about his rights. I got the right. This is this prevailing way of thought, specifically more with right-wing conservatives, that, God damn it, their mother dropped them out. They were born in this on this piece of ground, so therefore they have all these God-given rights to do whatever the fuck they want. Regardless, I could drive drunk. I could punch somebody in the face. I could shoot somebody. This is America. I got rights. Again, it reminds me of the petulant child, man. And what do we have in the White House but a spoiled man-child? I can't believe what he was saying this morning, though. That the reporter specifically asked him about death threats to these governors, which he in no small part, he is responsible for. Like I just talked about in my last video. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes past this, to actual acts of violence or attempts. And again, Trump, no responsibility here, putting out his mixed message. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? This could destroy the country right here. These mixed messages, it's ripping America apart. On one hand, saying, go for it. These are good people. Get out there, protest, screw your governor. And then on the other hand, saying, well, we got a plan. We're going to test. We're going to wait 2 weeks. If there's a steady decline over 2 weeks, we're going to test. We're going to test millions and millions of people. And two totally different messages, tearing the country apart. All right. You guys have a good Monday.